Okay, it should be recording. Cool.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. My name is Eric Wilkinson. I am an academic advisor and career counselor here at the University of Arkansas Pulaski Tech. And joining me today.
Hi, I'm Jenny Gersman. I'm also one of the academic advisors here at Pulaski Tech.
So we're going to talk to you a little bit about our area, academic advising and career services, let you know a little bit about what we do and give you guys a couple of things to think about as you're thinking about your careers and majors and coming to college and everything that goes into that, and just what to expect when you're interacting with an advisor. So there we go. So what we do, I'll start with career services.
Okay.
With career services, we really focus on having a plan for what comes after you're done in college, whether that's your 2 years here at Pulaski Tech or whether you're going to go on to a 4-year school to get a bachelor's degree. We want to make sure that you have a plan and that you have a path to achieve what you want to do. So some of that is helping you explore what am I interested in doing and what are the careers that would be a good fit for me. We can also assist with the job search process. And this is an important thing, like we assist. We cannot get you a job in career services, but we can help you find the tools and polish up your resume and all this thing, how to even just start the job search. What is Indeed.com? Those are the things that we can help you with so that you can go out and find a job. We review your application materials. So if you've never written a resume, we have videos and workshops to help you write a resume, a cover letter, how to approach people about letters of reference. And then in the future, we're hoping to increase networking opportunities to get you guys opportunities to go and meet employers at companies that you might be interested in working in, and how to leverage those opportunities to make the most of them so that you are prepared to get a job after you graduate. So that's the career services side of things. Jenny's going to explain academic advising.
Sure. So the academic advising point, there's a whole team of us of advisors here at the main campus and at the Little Rock South campus. So what we do, you can come walking in, make an appointment. We do Zoom, we do phone call, whatever is best for you. We are going to help you get to that. We're going to help you start off from high school to kind of help you plan. And we're going to help you find a degree plan that's going to match what you're interested in and what your goal is, both academically and for career. And Eric's going to go into that in a bit about how kind of, those are maybe different along with sometimes they are similar. We are going to help plan everything with you, but we want to do it as a team, and we're going to teach you how to kind of go from here. We're going to plan your semesters. We're going to register you for courses. We'll be able to answer any questions that you have as far as like, what's a credit hour? What do I need to graduate? What do I need for this program? We're also going to help you transfer. So it's our job to make sure that you are on track and to help you with that. We're also going to make sure that you're doing okay in your classes. We want to help you be successful, and we want to help you stay here and complete everything we can, and so that you can go on and be successful. And then we'll kind of, Eric's going to go on a little bit and talk about kind of how to make your plan from there.
All right. So the first thing to kind of be aware of when considering Pulaski Tech is we have kind of 2 different types of degrees. We have our general transfer degrees and our career readiness degrees. So our general transfer degrees, if you're interested in spending 2 years here at Pulaski Tech and then going on to ULR or UCA or Fayetteville or one of the other 4-year schools, then usually what you end up majoring in here at Pulaski Tech is one of our general transfer degrees. And these are the 5 of them that we have: the Associate of Arts, the Associate of Science and Liberal Arts and Sciences, Business, Education, and Technology and Engineering. So what these do is they complete roughly your first 2 years of a 4-year bachelor's degree. And depending on what you're interested in will determine kind of which one will be the best fit for you. These are also what our 2+2 transfer agreements are built off of. So if you are wanting to go to ULA or UCA to get your bachelor's degree in business or English, or we have a wide variety of these transfer agreements, but these agreements are kind of written out so that if you take these classes at Pulaski Tech, they will transfer to UCA or the school without any problems, and you will be pretty much 2 years done towards your 4-year degree at that school. So those are our general transfers. And then we have our career readiness options. So these are degree programs that are geared towards students who are interested in getting a 2-year degree, a 1-year technical certificate, and then want to go out and start working in the workforce. And that's the main goals. I want to get out there and I want to get a better job or get a job as quickly as possible. And so for us, we have the 5 main areas that these fall into are allied health, business and information technology, culinary arts and hospitality management, education, and then technical sciences. And when we talk about our technical sciences, those are our programs like welding, automotive technology, aviation maintenance, things of that nature. When we talk about the allied health, that's our nursing program, respiratory therapy, surgical technology, those types of programs. So that's the biggest difference that you need to be aware of is, am I interested in going to Pulaski Tech to do a 2+2 and ultimately get my bachelor's degree? Or do I want to work after a year or two? That will help you determine which degree path would be the best for you. So all of that is to say, a career versus a major. And we talk about these a lot. And the reason we're giving this presentation, talking about both advising and career services, is because in a lot of ways, these go together, but not always. There are 2 main paths that you can go, or there are 2 main ways that you can choose a major or a career. The most common way that people go about doing it right now is people think, okay, I'm going to go to college and I want to be a doctor, or I want to be an accountant, or I want to be a teacher. So they have a career in mind, and then they pick a major that is going to help them get to that career. So that's kind of starting with the end in mind. The other way that you can go about doing this, and this is the less common approach, is you can study something that you really enjoy for 4 years as part of a bachelor's degree, or just 2 years for your associates. And then you will figure out your career as you go. And so you don't have to know everything right now. You want to have some ideas, but you don't have to have everything written out. It's okay to just simply study something that you enjoy, and then using your life experiences, part-time jobs, clubs that you join, internships, volunteer work, all of those experiences will help you figure out what it is that you actually want to do once you graduate. This is the path I kind of chose as an undergraduate unintentionally. My degree is in political science, and as obviously I do not work in politics or for the government or anything like that. I'm an advisor. But over the course of my time in college, I realized that doing this type of work through my experiences as a peer advisor and being involved in clubs and stuff on campus, it kind of showed me that this was the stuff that I really enjoyed doing, and that led me to this career. So majors and careers are not always the same thing. If you want to be a nurse, then nursing is the right major for you. But if you want to be an advisor, if you want to work at a company, Walmart or something like that, you can major in a wide variety of things and still have the career that you want. Some other things to think about as you're trying to figure out, well, what is a career that would be a good fit for me? I focus in on 3 things: values, interests, and skills. So when we talk about values, those are things that are really important about the job. So I give 3 examples there. Salary. Some people want a job that's going to have a really high salary, and that's the main motivating factor, and that's going to impact what type of careers they are interested. Stability. Is it a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday type job, or is it a work all hours of the week? My schedule varies week to week. That's what I mean by stability. And then location. Is it a job that you can do from your hometown and you go into work every day, or is it something that you travel all over the world or all across the country to do? Those are not good or bad things. They're just what is important to you. And if you are trying to fit yourself into a job that doesn't have the same values that you have, you're probably not going to be a good fit for it. Interests. This is pretty straightforward. What are the things that you're interested in? People are interested in healthcare, nursing, physical therapy, being a doctor. Some people are interested in teaching, being a doctor, being a teacher, working K through 12, or working in daycares. Or some people are interested in building things. They may want to be an engineer. They may want to go into welding. Those are just what you're interested in. And then you have your skills. What is the stuff that I'm good at? Am I good at communicating with people? And I can give a presentation to people, or I could call them on the phone and ask for their opinion. Teamwork. Am I a person who works well in a team, or would I rather be working on my own on certain projects? An organization. If are you going into a career field that you need to be very detail oriented and know where everything is at and not make mistakes, or is it something where you can be a little bit looser, where you get to control the space? And the perfect career is one that aligns your values, interests, and skills. That's what the ideal is for everybody, is to find a career that aligns those things. But sometimes that's hard. And sometimes our interests don't align with our skills. For example, if you are somebody who wants to be a doctor or a nurse and you faint at the sight of blood, that's not a great fit. It doesn't matter how interested you are in being a nurse. If you faint at the sight of blood, you're probably not going to make it as one. And so that is sometimes where the biggest disconnect comes from, is when people's interests don't align with skills. And finally, though you've thought about you've understand the differences between the different degree plans and how you can kind of go about finding a degree and a career. You've thought about your interest, values, and skills. What are some ways that you can guide those reflections? There are career and personality assessments that you can take online. And that's, again, an area where you can come in and talk to me about the results of these assessments and what does it mean? What is this saying? It's saying I should be a teacher and I hate kids. Why is it telling me I should be a teacher? We can help you unpack what that means. These assessments, they're just tools, but they're a great starting point if you don't know where to start. And then finally, we've got the you can work backwards, basically. So if you are one of those people that is interested in a specific major, we can help you look at the degree requirements at whatever school you're planning on transferring to and work backwards and make sure that you are taking the right classes at the right time here at Pulaski Tech to make that transition as smooth as possible and to make sure you're getting the right experiences and the right knowledge base so that you are successful at your four-year school. So those are some things to think about as you're thinking about majors and careers and how you want to move forward and during your time in college. I'm going to give it to Jenny now to talk about kind of what to expect from when you're interacting with an advisor and what that looks like.
All right. Thank you so much, Eric. All right. So what is an academic advisor? What do Eric and I do all day? So we are going to be your point of contact for academic advising. We're not going to give you advice on what to wear or anything like that. We are going to advise you academically. And that's also talking about those assessments that Eric mentioned about, we're going to be the ones that ask you those really tough questions on what do you want to do with your life. We know that a lot of people, parents, family, teachers, friends are asking you that question of what are you going to do? Well, we're here to talk to you about it and kind of talk about all the options, getting to know you and helping you make that decision so you feel kind of comfortable to explore all those options. That all goes along. We're not just sitting here making schedules. We are going to register you for your first semester. We're going to help you do that with the plan of helping you to do that from here on out, so that when you do transfer to university or go from here, you're able to successfully do that on your own. We're going to talk about your test scores, whether it's your ACT or your AccuPlacer test scores or transfer credits. We're going to talk about all those things and how they fit together towards your goal, and then plan your coursework in each semester based on your degree and or certificate and what options are out there for you. And we'll kind of help you plan that each semester as we go. We're also going to help you prepare for, we're going to help you set those goals. So it's our job to kind of lay everything out. We don't expect you to understand that all at first. It's a lot to take in, and it's school is stressful enough. So we're going to help you plan that and help you set those goals for what you're trying to obtain. We're going to help you be successful if we have to do like time management charts, any kind of things that we need to talk about that are hindering your performance academically. We really want you to be successful and have somebody to talk to you about that. We have students come in here talking to us about their teachers or classmates or things like that. They don't really know who else to talk to, and a lot of people just come talk to us, and that's fine. We also help you transfer. We're going to go through those transfer agreements and kind of say, hey, you're close to transferring. Here's who you need to talk to at UCA. Here's who you need to talk to at UALR. So these are the types of things that we talk about in an advising session. So we're going to, you can come in with us or we can do it virtually, however you feel comfortable. We're going to go through that degree plan checklist. That's a checklist of literally all the classes that you need to take depending on what degree you want. We're also going to look at the requirements for the degree. If you are transferring to get your bachelor's, we're going to see what you need to do to get into those programs. We're going to help you schedule your classes. We're going to make sure that you're on track for not taking anything you don't need. We don't want you taking any classes that you don't need or won't transfer, or that financial aid may not pay for if you're ineligible or something like that. We will help you fix those problems. And we want you to come prepared. So we'll talk about more of that later. Like I said, we're going to help with time management, and we just want you to be able to not be too overwhelmed, because being a first-time student is a lot to handle. There's a lot, school at college is different than high school. So we want to help you get through that. And we're going to talk about your end goal and what that is, and what that means for you, and how to plan that out. All right. So when talking about preparing for an advising session, for your very first session, we want you to come with any test scores that you have. Hopefully you've already sent those electronically. If you have scores that you've not sent, you need to bring your login information with you so we can access that. If you have other transfer credit, like if you've taken concurrent classes, we need to know that. Be sure and tell us all of those things. We don't know unless you let us know, okay? We will need official transcripts if that's the case. Then when we talk about making your actual course schedule, we need to know what your preferences are. We need to know if you want to go to this campus or the South campus. Do you want online classes? Do you want in-person classes and having that interaction? Do you want both? That's fine. Let us know if you're working and what your schedule is so we can work with you on that. So we want to prepare you after everything that Eric has talked about, doing the assessments and finding out what your goals are and kind of exploring like that. We want to prepare you for the moment of graduation and hopefully an actual graduation ceremony. But we want to help prepare you get through the school part, whether it's just here at Pulaski Tech, or if it's to a transfer institution, or if you're here and you're wanting to go into the workforce. We want to help you every step of the way. So we just want to get you to that moment of just conclusion. So that's it. We really look forward to meeting you and answering any questions that you have for advising. I hope, please reach out to us. You can shoot us an email at advising@uaptc.edu. And we look forward to meeting you and helping you achieve your dreams. All right. You guys have a good day.